with Ms. Pooh's Crafty Spot. I am recording my June card class. Okay, I can see myself live. I've got audio. I am recording. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. Alrighty, let's go for it now. Again, this is Tanya. This is my June 2025 card class that I record once a month. I send out pre-cut kits to those who sign up. And today I am featuring the Floral Impressions Designer Series paper. And the Impressions A Bloom stamp set. And the Beautiful Butterflies stamp set. Let's see. And I did use the Cone Flower Celebrations for the sentiment here. And just so if you want to see, these are the stamp sets that I used. I really enjoyed playing with this one here. And then I used this sentiment. These are all current stamp sets and paper. You can get it on my website by shopping mspoo.stampinup.net. Okay, so we will go ahead and get started with our first card. I'm going to go ahead and set that out of the way. This is our first card. I'm going to go ahead and pull out our parts and pieces. So when you're opening up this one, be very careful because you'll have a little tiny bee and two little pieces of these gems here, which are called flower accents. You have two larger and two smaller ones. So we'll go ahead and get that loose. Go ahead and set our little doodads to the corner here. You'll have a piece of twine, a flower, yellow flower, two leaves. You'll have, these are just little folded daisies, I think, pieces for, and then, there we go. You'll have, this is 1.5 inches by 8.5. You'll have two of the strawberry slush, two strips of the petal pink, and then this piece here is 8.5 inches by 1/2 inch. This is for our inside. So we're going to go ahead and set our envelope aside and get assembling. I like to just crease down the base. Kind of helps hold it down for me. Gonna go ahead and glue our strawberry slush down. So this back side has a little bit of a grid, so that helped me line it all up. So you're just going to have a little bit of your strawberry slush, as little or as much as you want, popping through. Just like so. It's a little bit off right here to me. Okay. We're going to go ahead and repeat that with the other piece. A little bit of glue. So today is my granddaughter's birthday. She turns 8 today. Let's see. Maybe if I look at it like so. I'm trying to match up the amount showing that I on both sides. So you don't have one showing a little bit more than the other. Okay, that looks good to me. And then I'm gonna go ahead and glue that to the petal pink here. And this one's a little bit wider, so we could show a little bit more. So I think I'm recording this video on her birthday early in the morning. It's like 6:30. So I'm gonna take her to breakfast. And then go over to Target or something and let her buy something. So that's a little bit. Oh, I didn't get it quite evened out. Oh well. A little bit thicker on the top. So just trim your ends if it overhangs a little. Cardstock might be just a hair off. Okay, and this is going to be a top folding card. So we're going to line this up at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put glue. Make sure you have your flowers going in the direction you want them. Just like so. And I guess while we're here gluing, we can go ahead and glue our inside piece in. You can either put the green down or the flowers. I think on this one, so this is my sample, and I glued the flowers down on it. I think this one, just to change it up, I'm going to go ahead and glue the flower side down and let the green show. Just for something different. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and glue this piece is for your sentiment. And it's going to layer on top of the petal pink, like so. Let me get my dimensionals out. So this is going to be popped up with dimensionals. Then you're going to have your little bit of twine. I need my glue dots. So what I did is I just wrapped it around my fingers like so. This one might be a little bit more than I sent. I don't know how much I sent to everyone. About the same for everybody. So then I'm going to take a dimensional and while you have it held together, just pick one up, kind of set it down, let all your little strings attach to it. My thought was to have it a little messy looking, like so. And then I see that I got that a little crooked. And then you're going to place your sentiment down over it. And then it's going to come off out the side there. Just like so. And then we're going to go ahead and glue our flower together. So a little bit of glue for your centerpiece. And figure out how you want your flower to lay on your piece here, and then attach your leaves behind it. So we're just going to build up our little scene. See, kind of like the green showing a little more. And then kind of like so. Just make sure we're not hanging off the top of your card. Okay, and then you're going to add another little bit of glue to the back and add these flowers popping out behind it. Again, making sure that you're not going to place these in a position to where they stick up past your card. Just like so. Okay, and then we're going to glue this down. Being mindful that we're not sticking out off the top. And there we have it. Then we're going to bring in our embellishments. Like I said, you have two small and two of the larger, and then you have your little bee. I actually didn't look to see if these bees are still current. I think they are, but I'm not 100%. So then we're going to just put a little dot of glue, or you can use the mini glue dot, and set it on your project there. And then we're going to go ahead and add our little gems. I put a big and a little on each side. And I just went, what I did is I just went opposite. I put big on bottom on the right, and then big on top on the left. And that's it for the first card. I had several of these cards left from my close to my heart stash. Not haven't done one of these I forget what these are called. These long cards. I completely drew a blank right now. Okay, so this is card number 1. Can go ahead and set this aside. And we will go ahead and do our second card here. Put my glue pin in so it doesn't dry out. Alrighty. We are using the new Summer Splash ribbon. A butterfly from that Beautiful Butterfly stamp set. These are the new Strawberry Slush. It's an ombre glitter gem. Our Floral Impressions a piece of white cardstock. You have a white solid piece for the inside. I don't remember what color that is. Early espresso maybe, because it's dark. And that's going to go on our card base. And then we have our envelope. I'm going to go ahead and set our envelope aside. We will go ahead and this is going to be a side folding card. Again, I want to crease down to hold it down for me. Okay, just want to make sure I'm still in view. So let's go ahead and just glue this down and get it out of the way. And it's going to layer on top here of our strawberry slush. Like so. Okay. We're going to go ahead and glue this piece down. No, let's not glue this piece down yet. Let's hold off on that. Let's go ahead and glue our inside piece in and get that out of the way. Let's go ahead and set that aside. This is, we're going to do a fault line tear. So that's why I couldn't remember if I glued that down. So let's just be safe and hold off on that. So let's go ahead and set that aside. And then we're going to do some tearing. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our white piece. This measures 4 by 3 1/4. Okay. We're going to stack them on top of each other. This is why I kind of want to wait to glue this down, just so we can line things up properly in case we tear wrong. So you want to go maybe about a 1/2 inch from the top to start your tear, and you want to bring it across to where you're about a 1/2 inch, right? Yeah, a 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. And when you tear, you're going to tear towards you. So you need to tear them together. This is what's going to give us this look. So again, we're going to start about a 1/2 inch from the top and just tear towards you. Just like so. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue our top piece, the white, to the strawberry slush, but we're going to come up about a 1/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to take glue and go across it like so, and about a 1/4 of an inch all the way across, making sure my sides line up. Like so. So it's going to look like this on the back. we're going to do the same piece for the bottom. Going to bring our white piece down about 1/4 inch all the way across. Just want to make sure our sides are lined up evenly, because our sides should match up perfectly. Just like so. Okay, now before we glue this piece down, we're going to go ahead and tie a little bit of a knot, a faux bow, if you will. Okay, and then we're going to cut it in half. Well, we're going to hold the bow a little bit more to the right side. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter where your bow goes. And then we're going to cut it not quite in half, but pretty close to being in half. And then we're going to wrap it around. My tail twisted on me. Okay. Okay. You could take a piece of Scotch tape or a glue dot. Put a glue dot on the back side of your ribbon. Gonna wrap it around the top and hold it in place. And you're gonna do that for the back side, or the other side, excuse me. And I'll show you with the Scotch tape. This is my way of doing it, like so. So if you have, this is just office tape. Easiest way to do it for me. Gives you a little bit of wiggle room to make sure you're even. Okay. Now what we're going to do, before we're going to glue our tears to our floral piece, and the distance you have on the sides is the same amount of distance from your floral piece to your espresso, early espresso, the dark brown. That's the same measurement you want from the bottom and the top of your cardstock. So just, we're going to do a dry fit just to make sure our tears line up so we can glue down. So as you could see, if you tore too far down on your bottom piece, this gives you the opportunity to bring down your floral piece. Same with the top. So that looks good to me. So once we know that our pieces are going to fit, you could either glue it, glue your white pieces down to your floral, then glue it down to your early espresso, or we can just glue our floral piece down. Here. In the same spot that we had it. I'm going to go ahead and add glue to our bottom. Matching the sides. Like so. Add glue to our top piece. Over your tape, over your ribbon. And then I'm just going to turn it to the side here so I could see what I'm doing. Oh, and I didn't get that in the right spot. Oh boy, came down a little bit. I could see it from the side here. Have a hard time seeing with this camera, my phone over my, so close. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue this down. Lining up our sides like so. And glue this back down. Lining up our sides like so. There we go. As I took this off, I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a varnish. My bone folder there. And I see where I have a little bit sticking up. All right. There we go. Much easier to do it from the side for me. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and color our butterfly. And I use Petal Pink and Strawberry Slush blends. And if you don't have the Stampin' Blends, the Pale Pink blend, and either I think the Bright Pink blend would work. No, the Bright Pink will be a little too bright. Need to go with maybe the Pale Pink for the tri-blends. Let's see. Yes, I would use the Pale Pink blend and the Pale Pink shade for the tri-blends. So I'm going to start with the dark. And I'm just going to use the brush tip. Actually, I'm going to do the light first. And I'm just going to kind of color mine the same. When you're coloring with the alcohol markers, this is just regular water-based ink. So it will bleed if you put too much ink down. So just go light-handed on it. Trying to make sure I color the same spots. And then I'm going to just bring out a little of shading from the center out with the dark petal pink. And then I used the strawberry slush. Which I think is the Mellow Mambo. This one is the strawberry slush. Okay. And just going to color these sections in with the strawberry slush. And then I'm just going to go over the tip, the edge, or the inside, and just outline it with the dark strawberry slush. I'm just basically going over this thick line here. Give it a little bit of dimension. Oh, this one I colored. There. I think they're the same now. Okay, that's it. That's all the coloring. And then we're going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. This stamp set does have a die, but this image is pretty easy to cut out. And I wanted to get a little bit closer to the line. I need to put on my glasses. Oh, much better. So this stamp set with the butterflies, it has dies, and it also has a hybrid embossing folder, which embosses butterflies. I haven't used it yet. So as you know, in fussy cutting, you want to move your paper and just kind of let the paper Just let your scissors just do all the work. So you can get your smooth curves. So as you're closing your scissors, you want to be turning your paper. So honestly, that's the first time I've used the Stampin' Up! Scissors. I usually use my close to my heart ones. Okay, now I just kind of with my fingernail curved up my wings just a little bit. Gonna add a dimensional to the back side of this. Just need one. Gonna go ahead and be a little different, go a little rogue, and then we're going to add our little embellishments here. And that completes the second card. Sorry about my having to redo, but I should have tilted my card to the side so I could see what I was doing. Lined it up better. But there they are. So that's, oh, let's trim our tails on our ribbon. There. Now we're done. If you have Wink of Stella or the shimmered pin, I added a little bit of that to the butterfly wings to give it a little bit of sparkle. There we go. So that is card number 2. See, my little fault lines are a little bit different. I could see how I started a little closer to the top on that one. But no two cards will be alike. All right. Here's card number 3. Okay. So this one has a lot of little pieces. I chose the sentiment, sending you a floral hug. It could be a thinking of you card. It could be a birthday card. Depends on what you put on the inside. So I have that. You should have 4 leaves. These are fresh freesia, a big and a small. You should have 2 center pieces of your flower, a big and a small. A little piece of the fresh freesia. This is like a velvety ribbon. There should be 5 little blue flowers. Hopefully everyone's got 5. I only gave myself 4. You have a 1/2-inch strip. You have 2 3/4. You have a 1-inch embossed fresh freesia, a piece of white, your card base, and your envelope. So we've done this card in the past. It's going to be a top folding. This piece here, you have your option of gluing it down completely, or you can glue just the outer edge, and like I did here, and leave this open. Let me see if I have a gift card right here. So you could slide in a gift card. Okay, that's up to you. And if you just glue it down, it's just your card. So because it doesn't matter, I am going to just glue the outer edge down in case I want to turn this into a gift card. So because this is a small piece, you're going to want to make sure your side line and your bottom lines up when you fold it down and glue it. So just run your fingers across and hold it down. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and crease my top a little better. I'm going to go ahead and get my inside taken care of. So I am going to glue, put a little strip of glue at the bottom here. And I'm going to just put this across the bottom. And trim it off. And then toss that piece. Gonna glue this down to the inside so we can get it out of the way, like so. Boy, I'm having a hard time seeing straight today. Okay. If I happen to short anybody a little flower, let me know. I had a couple laying aside, but I thought I put them in the right envelopes because I cut all the flowers out for every card per card, so I didn't lose anything, but clearly I lost one for myself. Let's go ahead and glue your sentiment down. This is Misty Moonlight and Fresh Freesia. I'm gonna look really quick, see if I have an extra flower that I threw in my little cup here. No. Okay. Let's go ahead and glue our panel down, our side panel. So this could be a thinking of you card. This could be a birthday card. Go ahead and glue our Floral Beat Designer Series paper down. This is non-directional, so it doesn't matter. Okay, gonna glue just on the left side of our circle because we do want it to go across. So we're gonna just put glue on the left. And place it as high or low as you would like it on your card. Okay. Gonna go ahead and set that aside, and we're gonna assemble our flowers. So I like to kind of take my nail and just roll up the petals a little bit, just to give it a little bit of extra dimension. Okay. Add a little bit of glue to our center for our centers. Now the glue is going to come out if you're using liquid glue, so just give it a second to dry. And then we're just going to go ahead and arrange your leaves on your flowers however you wish, however you want them to be. Just gonna kind of keep mine a little bit same as I originally did. Okay, and then we're gonna add glue dot or pop-ups, dimensionals to the back side. Oh. Okay. And then we're just going to arrange our flowers. It's going to pop up. So just make sure if you're putting anything over here, you don't overhang. I'm just going to kind of keep it similar to the way I had it. Like so. And then since I shorted myself the flowers, because it has two little dies that cut out 3 flowers each. So I just went ahead and did 5, or I did 6. And I think I sent everybody all of the flowers, but I meant to only use 5. But in this case, since I only have 4, I'm only going to use 3 flowers of the little blue ones. Only because I like odd numbers. And I think take your pick will be the best thing for this. Okay. So that's what it looks like with 3. Not bad. I like it. And now with our little tiny piece of ribbon here, we're going to make a knot. I have to say, of all of the Stampin' Up! Ribbon, this is probably my least favorite. It's like a cord more than it is a ribbon. But it is pretty. It's pretty. But I like. Okay. And then we're going to get a little glue dot. Add it to the bottom here. Trim our tails. And we have card number 3. And I didn't do this to mine, but since I have the Wink of Stella, let's add a little bit of sparkle to the center of our flower, shall we? Who doesn't like sparkle? And then I'll go ahead and add them to the little blue ones. There. With and without. What do you think? All right, everyone. This completes June cards. I hope you enjoy them. Like them. Make sure you give a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm not able to record the videos and then post because I don't have enough space in my phone to record videos. So I have to do all these live and then post them. All right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your month. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy crafting. And again, if you have any questions at all, please let me know. And I will be happy to assist. All right, everyone. Take care. Signing off.